Imagine growing up knowing that somewhere across the ocean, you have cousins who share your bloodline, your history, and even your great-grandmother's legacy, yet you've never truly known them. 5 children, one family, one royal dynasty that stretches back more than 1,000 years. And yet, according to multiple royal commentators and the most widely reported accounts available in 2026, 3 of those children may have little or no memory of ever meeting the other 2. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are growing up at the very center of Britain's most famous institution. Their lives are filled with royal traditions, family gatherings, public appearances, and the unique rhythm of palace life. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away in California, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet are experiencing a completely different childhood. Same grandfather, same family tree, 2 entirely separate worlds. Welcome to Royal Scope. If you enjoy thoughtful royal analysis and the stories behind the headlines, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. The timeline behind this story is surprisingly clear. Archie was born in May 2019, and Lilibet arrived 2 years later in June 2021. Just months after Archie's birth, Prince Harry and Meghan stepped back from senior royal duties and eventually settled in Montecito, California. Reports suggest that Archie briefly met his Wales cousins as a baby before the families moved to North America. But since then, confirmed opportunities for all 5 children to spend meaningful time together have been remarkably rare. There was the late Queen Elizabeth II Platinum Jubilee in 2022. There were family events surrounding the Queen's funeral later that same year. Beyond those occasions, public evidence of any substantial contact is virtually non-existent. And that is where this story becomes less about royal headlines and more about something deeply human. At the center of it all is King Charles III. By most accounts, the king enjoys a close and active relationship with George, Charlotte, and Louis. He has watched them grow, celebrated birthdays with them, and shared the countless ordinary moments that shape family bonds. Yet royal experts have repeatedly suggested that his connection with Archie and Lilibet has been far more limited. Think about that for a moment. A grandfather who knows 3 grandchildren through everyday memories, while getting to know the other 2 largely through photographs and video calls. Not because of a lack of affection, but because of distance, circumstance, and a family division that remains unresolved. If this story is making you see the royal family from a different perspective, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Royal Scope. It genuinely helps us bring you more thoughtful royal coverage. What makes this situation particularly poignant is that the Wales children appear to have strong relationships with their wider circle of cousins. They attend family gatherings, public celebrations, and private events together. These shared experiences become part of childhood. The inside jokes, the birthday parties, the memories that last a lifetime. For Archie and Lilibet, that chapter of family life remains unwritten. Of course, none of this is the fault of the children themselves. They did not choose the geography. They did not create the disagreements. They carry none of the history, the hurt, or the public tensions that have defined the relationship between the adults around them. They are simply cousins who have grown up apart. Yet some royal historians believe that distance today does not necessarily mean distance forever. Royal history is filled with examples of fractured relationships healing over time. Sometimes reconciliation begins not with parents or siblings, but with the next generation. Perhaps one day these 5 cousins will meet not as symbols of competing narratives, but simply as family. Perhaps George will show Archie around the places that shaped his childhood. Perhaps Charlotte and Lilibet will discover shared interests. Perhaps Louis will laugh with cousins he barely knows today. Because children are not bound by old grievances. And maybe that is the quiet hope at the heart of this story. 5 cousins, one extraordinary family, 2 childhoods unfolding on opposite sides of the world. The question is not whether they share the same history. The question is whether they will one day create new memories together. What do you think? Will the next generation succeed where the previous one struggled? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to Royal Scope for more in-depth royal stories. And as always, thank you for watching.